Hey everybody, it is John the Comic Guy, and today I am once again a music guy because me, Jackie, Ernie, and Bill are having a discussion on our three favorite debut albums. And I'll tell you, as you could tell from the previous episodes, these guys really are a wealth of musical knowledge. So stay tuned and let's get right to our conversation about the three best debut albums. I think having Ernie, Bill, Jackie here discussing music was an amazing experience. I always enjoy talking music and comics with those guys. We literally end up talking to 2, 3, 4 in the morning, drinking, hanging by the fire, and it's just a great time. And as you could tell, their opinions are so good. They know music. So um, I wanted to share this with you, but the funny thing is, I struggle to remember the term debut. Remember, I was a couple of glasses of whiskey in. I was a couple of glasses of wine in, maybe more than a couple. I could not think of the word debut. I kept on saying first album, which I guess it's synonymous, but I intended and ideally would have mentioned that we are talking about the three debut albums. I kept on saying first albums, and that's fine. I think you guys knew what I meant, but it was kind of an alcohol related incident. I just couldn't remember the word debut. So anyway, let's get to our conversation fireside with me, Jackie, Bill, and Ernie. And thank you, Krista, for being so wonderful in recording this and trying to get the sound okay while cars were driving by. And let's talk about our three favorite debut albums. Our favorite three first albums of either an individual artist or a band, and then follow up with, out of those three favorite first albums, which is your favorite? So for me, and I think I've mentioned this on the channel a couple of times, I think for me, my personal three favorite first albums: The Cars' first album, Van Halen's first album, and Boston's first album. All three of those, it's hard to pick a favorite. I've listened to them all many times, but I think if I had to pick my personal favorite song after song, can't believe I'm saying this, but ladies and gentlemen, I say Boston's first album. I know, but Boston is my choice, my favorite first album ever.
All right, I'll be a little bit different. I'm going to go, and again, I said that one of my favorite bands was REM. REM's Murmur was a great first album. I'm going to say Pearl Jam's 10 was a great first album. Every song good, great. But I'm going to go deeper to where John went. He mentioned it, and it definitely is the best first album, and that's The Cars. Every track on that album is great on The Cars' first album. I mean, I can't think of a single song that isn't great, so I'm going to say The Cars' first best album.
There you go.
Yeah, now we're going to have a little bit of similarity here. My three favorites, first albums: Boston. Obvious reason, I think Boston may be arguably, probably by everybody, thought the greatest initial record of all time. But it is a great record, without question. Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz. His first album is great. Followed up with Diary Madman, almost as great. Third, Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction, with a resounding slam dunk for Guns N' Roses being my favorite first album of all time.
There you go.
Changed the game.
Yeah.
Jackie?
Okay, I have a lot of similarities. So Boston also. I always think of the best first album, think of an album where you don't have to, as back in the day, pick up the needle and skip a song. So I'd say Boston. I'd say Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell.
Yeah,
And
okay.
yeah, definitely. Also, Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. And I say my favorite one would be Guns N'
Meatloaf.
Roses'
Really?
Close,
Meatloaf.
but Guns N' Roses.
There you go.
I don't know. I think
All right.
Meatloaf pretty good.
Meatloaf is a great call.
Yeah, that is a
call.
great call.
Love that one too.
Yeah. Jim Steinman.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you think? Do you agree with our choices? When I hear their opinions, it kind of blew me away, right? I got to say, I am so fortunate to have such great friends like Bill, Ernie, Jackie. They're my lifelong friends, and we all share common interests. But I'll tell you, I thought my three were slam dunks. When I'm talking Van Halen, The Cars, Boston, I thought I had slam dunks, but then they started mentioning Pearl Jam, REM, Meatloaf. Again, Meatloaf was one of the records that I used to listen to, side A, every morning before going to school. And then, of course, Appetite for Destruction, right? When you're talking Guns N' Roses, these guys, their opinions really are so great. And I got to ask you, so you as music fans, I have to believe you've had these same conversations, right? If you're hanging out with your buddies talking about debut albums, I think that comes around. Do you ever have friends that actually give you such good opinions that you start thinking, holy crow, that might be better than my debut albums? I just find it great, right? It's enriching. That's why I am such a lucky guy. This weekend was a gift for me. Also, I thought was kind of interesting. Every time we go to dinner, we come back through my garage. And in my garage, of course, is my comic and record inventory, right? The stuff I'm selling. Check out this footage. This is a couple of minutes that, we get back from dinner. We went to the Anchorage. I had to introduce him to the Anchorage and JP. He served us famously. He's the best. And as we come through the garage, they kind of stop and they start flipping through the comics. So,
everybody, this is Bill Schultz. So Bill is not only a comic guy, but he's also a music aficionado. Ernie, as you guys know, I went to kindergarten with Ernie. Again, a comic fan and a music aficionado. Everybody, this is Jackie Schultz, formerly known as Jackie Brown. I've known her since I was 4, since she was 5. And she's not big into comics, but boy, she is a music aficionado, and she happens to be with her husband, Bill, my Rolling Stones subject matter expert. So this is them kind of flipping through records and comics in the garage.
I just find this really, really sweet because the guys are just flipping the comics. Jackie's looking through records. And sound off. Let me know what your thoughts are. Tell me if you agree with our debut albums. This has got to be a debate you had with your friends. So tell me, what are your favorite 3 debut albums? Let me know if you agree with ours. Did your friends ever share one of their debut albums and it blew you away and say, holy smokes, you're right. I think that is a fantastic debut album. Might even be better than mine. Let me know. If you like this content, everybody, please hit the like button. I would ask you to please make comments and share it. If you know people that are into music and you think they get a kick out of this conversation, please share the video. And as always, I would encourage you to please hit the subscribe button. Everybody, I really do appreciate your time. Thank you so much for indulging me on this Impact series, right? Every so often we're going to do these Impact videos and share some of the poignant music or comics that have been the most impactful for us. So everybody, thank you so much for joining, and we're going to talk to you soon.
We will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay.